Today's postcard is from one of the historic houses of Dunbartonshire on the shores of Loch Lomond, Cameron House. Standing proudly on the Dunbartonshire side of Loch Lomond, the other side is in Stirlingshire, historic Cameron House is now a hotel. Roddy Whiteford tells us more about its history. Cameron House. It seems to be very ancient and old, but is that the original building?
That is the original building there. It dates back 300 years. In fact, it was the Telford Smollett family who originally came here, bought the land and lived in it up until about 20 years ago. At that time, it was actually turned into what would now be seen as a tourist attraction. It was actually a bear park.
A bear?
A bear park where you had bears roaming around in the grounds.
Like a Longleat?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, it was that for a period of time. It was Telford Smollett who had the idea, and then that went effectively out of business. He kept the land, and then the present company bought it 8 years ago, refurbished and extended the facilities.
Roddy, was there anything here beforehand, though? Because it looks like your typical historical place there. 300 years old. It's obviously got a pedigree of its own.
Yes.
But what was there before? Was it just all land, or was it a building?
All land that was owned at that time by the Cahoon family, which is the family that now own land further up the estate, further up to the north of Loch Lomond, and this was just part of their estate.
Now, you say the Smollets, which
Yes.
is an unusual name. Was that a Scottish name?
Well, yes and no. I mean, there's never been a Cameron.
That's what I'm wondering. That's right.
No. And there's never been a Cameron. The Cameron comes from this part of Loch Lomond is known because of, in the Celtic word, it comes under Camsron, which means broken nose. And they reckon that the bay just out here looks like a broken nose. So that's how Cameron has come about, but there's never been a Cameron.
Because I was looking for Cameron, tartans,
yes, that's right, yes,
and
all
Cameron
around.
relics.
Yeah.
And so that's how it gets named. And of course, a more glorious view we could never find, could
absolutely
we?
Fantastic.
I mean, where are we looking over there, for instance?
We're right down at the south-west tip of Loch Lomond, and you're looking right up the loch, which is 26 miles long, Loch Lomond. Up to the left there is Ben Lomond, and that is one of the islands. There's 30 islands actually within Loch Lomond, of which 6 are inhabited. The largest one is Inchmurrin, which has a small bar and restaurant on it as well, and people visit there in the summertime.
Let's just stroll round here, because we can see Ben Lomond. Is that one of the highest mountains in Scotland?
It's one of the highest mountains there. It's a ben that's over 3,000 feet. And, you know, the views when you're looking from the front of the hotel all the way down over what we call the peninsula, you'll see Ben Lomond in all its glory.
Where did I stay in the tower?
Just right up, very top.
Oh, I was right up there, was I?
Right up in the suite, right on the very top, yes. And in fact, there's nobody above you apart from looking out over the parapet.
Oh, I can see the window open there, look. And
fantastic.
I had that panoramic view.
That's Ben Lomond that you're looking at, which is the largest mountain in the air. It's over 3,000 feet tall, high, and really, I mean, look at the state of it this morning. It's fantastic.
It's the most glorious morning here on Loch Lomond. Is it like Windermere, or is there a big difference between these two?
Big difference to Windermere. I mean, Loch Lomond is not as busy, not nearly as busy as Windermere. There are bylaws on the loch to protect, you know, the jet skis, but people like to come up here for the leisurely break and the peace and quiet and tranquility. And even in the middle of the summer, midweek, you'll find there's only a small amount of boats out on the loch. Few water skiers, and that's about it.
And what also amazes me, you know, Roddy, is how near you are to Glasgow.
That's right. We're only really 30 minutes drive from Glasgow, and Glasgow now is a Renaissance city, as they like to call it.
City of culture, isn't it?
City of culture,
yes.
And
yes.
It's also the city of architecture in 1999, but really the shopping, the nightlife, and just the things to do in and around Glasgow, it's really very, very good.
What about... we can see the house there now. Yeah. Was there ever a structure before this one?
Well, there was. More of a fort, I think, an ancient fort, which I think dates back to about 1500s or something like that. But really it was inhabited for over 300 years. The mid-1650, they reckon, is when the first house was built there. And then it's been extended, obviously. But all that area that you see on the left, that is all the original house.
No bears any longer roam these parks, but they have their own flock of geese here, guarding over what was the ancestral home of the Smollett family for the best part of 3 centuries. That's Sir James Smollett, a commissioner of the union between Scotland and England in 1707. There are pictures spanning most of the generations of Smollets, who were a family of merchants and shipbuilders from Dumbarton. And that's the last laird, the late Patrick Telfer Smollett. With the Highlands and the Lowlands and the bits in between, you know, Scotland is renowned for some of the most wonderful game and food and produce. And here in Cameron House, I'm told that they do some really good stuff. Oh, can you help me?
I certainly can.
Now, what's your name, first of all?
I'm Dale.
Dale, where are you from?
I'm from York, I'm afraid.
Are you? He's a Yorkshire Dale. I suddenly got that one. I'm sorry about that.
It's no problem.
But you're here now in Dunbartonshire.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been here?
I've been here 2 years.
Now, do you know enough then, Dale, to tell me about the good local Scottish fare?
I would hope so, yeah.
Yeah?
Certainly think so.
And what would you say that you've got in there that I would like?
We've got some lovely produce. Scotland gives us both fish and fowl. We're nice Scottish sea fish on the menu this evening. Red mullet, sea bass and locally landed scallops.
Really local?
Yeah. Great lobster,
Yeah.
beef, venison, you can name...
Now, beef and venison. Now, the only trouble is, which one would I choose? Because is the venison and the beef all local?
All Scottish produce, yeah.
Right.
The venison we smoke ourselves in-house. The beef is Aberdeen Angus. Wonderful quality meats.
Gosh, I don't know what to have. What shall I have? Shall I have the beef? Shall I have the venison? Come on, help me. Beef? Venison? They're not quite sure about the venison. What we'll do, we'll have them all and then we can taste everything.
Excellent.
And how's your Yorkshire puddings, Dale?
My Yorkshire puddings are wonderful. My mother's are better.
Are they?
Okay.
And what's your mum's name?
Jean.
And where's she from?
She's also from York.
She's from York as well. Well, if you go and put the order in fact, just tell Sheffy, we just want a real good bit of Scottish grub.
Certainly will.
Thanks, Dale.
Thank you.
Ta-ra. Dale, you've got white gloves on now. You've got white gloves on.
Magician, you see.
Are you a magician? You've just made this food appear. Oh gosh, what's that? Is that a big Brussels sprout?
It's a little part of oxtail,
It's oxtail?
just wrapped in cabbage.
Gosh. And that's the Scottish fish, is
Scottish
it?
fish.
That's a local scallop, and I never knew they did scallops. Can you see it? Amongst my flowers. That's my local scallop. What is it with food and me that I find so irresistible?